All right, so tonight we've done a lot of our scenarios. We've finished 96 out of 146. So tonight, out of the Loopy Landscapes expansion, we have Wormwood Park. And this historical park is only allowed to build older style rides. Interesting. Okay. We'll see how that goes. So our objective is to have at least 1,600 guests in our park by the end of year 3, and then have a park rating of at least 600, as I'm guessing as well at that point. That's usually the easy part to do. The harder part is to get the guests in the park. So I love when Rollercoaster Tycoon 2, they made coasters based on real life ones, like Texas Giant. Yeah, there's some pretty cool ones that are like, I don't know, I forget where they are. There's, oh, the real parks. Yeah, they got like Six Flags parks and stuff. So we'll get to those eventually. Haven't quite gotten those yet. So would Nexus mods work with OpenRCT2? I am not sure. I've never used it. That is a good question. That would be a good question for the OpenRCT2 community. They might know. Okay. So just to take a quick look around the park, we have a free entrance to the park, so that means that people are paying for their ride tickets. Really, that's not a huge park. Let's see, can we purchase more land if we so choose? No. We got to work with the limits we have in place. The options. All right, let's see what it looks like. Is this one big track? It is. Okay, so we've got 3 different stations for this train ride. We'll see. We might not keep that the whole time. I don't know. And then we got a boat hire down here. Glad to find your channel, Fuzzy. Yeah, glad to have you here too. It's always fun to have people here that enjoy Rollercoaster Tycoon as well. Oh yeah, let's take a look at what we can get. Let's not do that. Let's see, what do we got? We got a few flat rides. We got a couple. I'm guessing they just don't have newer stuff as available to even build. Food, drink. Okay, that's all we need at least right now. Let's start with let's see, how many of those? Yeah, let's do coasters, thrill rides. Let's just do coasters and thrill rides to start with. What I used to do is put a closed sign near the entrance so guests couldn't leave. Yeah, that only works so long until people get pretty upset and then they become very unhappy. So, yeah, I would be careful. Oops, let's do an information kiosk here. I'd be very careful when doing that. Alright, we'll sell those for 10 bucks. Random colors. When people are when it's raining, people will generally pay nearly anything for an umbrella. So that's one way you can kind of exploit them a little bit. So daily check-in. Hey, Creepy Pro, thank you for the check-in. Welcome in. Good to have you here. Important question. Oh, I have an important question for you. All right. I'll see if I have an answer for you. How did you come to know the Lord? Well, actually, good question. So I pretty much grew up in the church, and my parents were already attending when I was born. So I've been around church pretty much my whole life. Yeah, I gave my heart to the Lord, I believe, when I was like 5 years old. So I was pretty young. But I've been a Christian most of my life. So not to say that I was perfect or doing everything right. Made plenty of mistakes, just like everyone else. But Oh, but jumped right into an ad. All right, we'll we'll come back to that. All right, where can we can do some food in a few places here. And we're gonna need a few staff members. All right, once everyone's back from break, then we will see how much of that gamer of all kinds was able to hear, and we'll go from there. Oh, there's a lot of benches there already. That's good. It's always nice when parks actually have benches in place. So many times I come through and I have to put them in place myself. So let's put another one of these guys right there. I like having them on a corner because that allows me to have two places where people can purchase things from. Let's keep looking. I really wish this wouldn't untoggle certain transparency options when you closed a window. That's or placed something. That's probably one of the more annoying things that just drives me crazy when playing this game. Actually surprised at how many benches there already are in a lot of places here. Actually, I don't need to worry about it underground. Let's just let them be. Okay, there's some there already. Okay, that's good. We'll put a few garbage cans around a few places. And that should help. Alright, looks like everyone's about to get back from the ad. Alright, welcome back from the ads. Thank you for being patient during that time. I saw your message, so yeah, how far did I get? How far did you hear? I don't know where I left off. But basically, yeah, I've been a Christian pretty much my whole life and was born in the church, gave my life to Christ at about age 5. And yeah. So, what about you, gamer? What's the story for you? Only heard the part where you said you were born in the church. Yeah. Yeah, so my parents started attending the church I grew up going to a year before I was born. And so I went there for a long time. Let's see if we can do this. Can we make that look good? And so, yeah. And gave my life to Christ, I think, probably around age 5 or so, if I remember correctly. And, yeah. Came to know the Lord after I saw a play of the resurrection of Christ. I was very young, and one day I went to my brother and asked him to pray with me. Oh, that's awesome. That's very cool. I like that. That's a great story. Where do we want this? We put, man, these trees are always in the way. It's wonderful. Oh yeah, like with OpenRCT2, one thing, you can set the height easily for building. Not an easy thing to do in the base game, or without that. Okay, put that there. And that should be enough. That's what, 4 bathrooms. There's a lot of pathways, so we need to kind of have bathrooms spread around. By born in the church, do you mean like a cathedral priest? No, so I went to a non-denominational church as a kid, but my parents were already attending there when they had me, or when my mom gave birth. So I started attending with them, of course, from a young age, and yeah, but yeah, I grew up non-denominational, still am, and yeah. All right, we need some new rides. I feel like we kind of need to do a merry-go-round right here, because otherwise it's just not right. Actually, do we want that? No. We can do this with the entrance here, exit here. Open. Got the exit already in place, and let's go ahead and do that. I feel like you always have to start out with a merry-go-round. If you don't, something's wrong. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure the game sound is up high enough. It's a very quiet area anyways. We'll see when this train takes off. How many trains are there? Huh, that is really quiet. Usually the trains make a lot of noise. 2 trains, 6 cars each. Really? There's only 2 trains. Well, okay. Not a very popular ride anyways, so people can be patient. All right, let's try to spread things out a little bit. Let's put could do something like this. Put the entrance there, exit there. Be like a little tunnel for them for the train to go under. Okay, where do we want this queue line to go? I guess we can have this. Again, I don't usually have very long queue lines because I don't want to have people in line too long. I'd rather have them out doing things, but then again, if you have too short of queue lines, then you're gonna have to build a lot of pathways, or else people will think it's very crowded. So it's a little give and take when it comes to that. Okay, so we got that. You can probably still do at least one coaster. This cheesy mice one, this is really cheap. It has a fairly quick throughput. The excitement isn't very high, so maybe we might want to do a different one. This one isn't too bad. This one is interesting though. If you don't have the right car, this one can actually get stalled on that first drop, that U shape. So why don't we do this one? The only problem is this one needs. There's no. Oh shoot. Okay, hold on. Can we do that? Sometimes it gets rid of those little gates or the fences for you when you place something there. Sometimes it doesn't. It's a little strange. Wait, these are the same thing. That one has, oh, that's one says it's really pretty intense. think they're all gonna be like that somewhat. Actually, that one's... This is actually one that I think I created this design, so... let's do something like that. All right, trees, thank you for being there. We do not need you right now. Before we open it, can I easily... How low are we? Oh, we're down there. Okay. That's easy enough. Can I... Ooh, that's like right there. Okay, hold on. Ooh, that's a tough spot actually. Here, let's can we like here? Let me delete this really quick. And try this one again. Okay, that's too tall. All right, if we have it back a little bit like this, is that going to help us a little bit? Maybe? I don't even know if that was really any different. It might have been pretty much the same spot. And then height marks on paths. So we're at 5. We need to go up. Okay, that won't work there. But if we come out... There we go. Okay, we got that. So that means that we can probably easily just connect up to this existing part there. So let's just come out. There we go. Close enough. Good enough. Cool. We'll watch that one test. And wait for it to get the rating, and then we will open it up for our guests. That way they know what they're getting themselves into. Okay. And I do have a mod as well in that takes care of the prices for our rides. I just don't really feel like doing a lot of micromanaging. So, because the prices change, or what the amount of what people will pay for a ride changes as a ride ages, stuff like that. So try to make it a little bit easier on myself. So if we need 1,600 guests by the end of year 3, that means we need to average about 550 guests, roughly. Maybe 533 guests. Okay, there you go. 533 guests per year. So shouldn't be too bad. We're already to 250, 260. So, okay. Let's see, are there any kind of small spaces we can put something like this in? This is kind of tight. This could be a decent one for doing something like this. not needing a queue line at all. By saying you can have a max of 5 people on the ride at once, kind of almost builds in a little bit of a queue line because they can only ride that one at a time, but somehow they can still have 5 people on the ride at once. I think that basically means that there's 5 people on the stairs inside waiting to go down the slide, and then they have one go through, and when they leave, then one more person can come in, so something like that. Okay. All right. What are we working on? We got the reverser roller coaster. Oh, we saw that already. We got the Virginia reel. Okay. Let's do the pirate ship back over here somewhere. Really wish you could permanently have that toggled instead of reset every time. Again, that just drives me crazy. 1, 2, 3. Let's come like that. We'll put the entrance over here, exit right there. Test it. You're good to go. Okay. Do you ever name your rides or just keep it as default name? I usually, honestly, I kind of don't even think about naming them. But if you have a good name that I like, then we can name a ride. Also, if you want to be a part of the staff in the park, I have a channel redemptions thing. Channel redemption. To use your points to name a worker, and I can name a worker after you, so you can be a part of... Oh, that's a good name. So you can be a part of the park. I don't know if there's enough space for that. We'll try it. Hey, it works. Okay. For some reason, I thought there was a limit of how long a name could be. Name a worker. All right, Shadow. Do you want to be a handyman, keeping the streets clean? Do you want to be a mechanic, fixing rides, or do you want to be an entertainer? Want to be in the park? Okay. All right, Shadow. What's it gonna be? Entertainer. All right. Oop. Archon. If I can spell it correctly, that'd be nice, right? What kind of entertainer do you want to be? There's astronaut, bandit, elephant, gorilla, knight, panda, pirate, Roman, sheriff, snowman, or a tiger. Let me know what kind of what outfit you want to wear, what kind of fur you want to be. I want to be one who mows the grass and cleans up the place. All right. You want to be a pirate? All right. Good choice. All right. Oop. All right. I won't have you necessarily mowing grass right away, because it doesn't really serve a purpose, but when we're getting close to the end, remind me and I'll have you just mow grass. All right, Bob, what's it gonna be? You want to be maintenance? Okay. Sounds good. There you go. It goes with the theme of the ride. That was just named. That's true. That's true. That's a good one. I could have you just like hang out by the ship. That'd be kind of funny. I can give you a perimeter here. There. You'll hang out right by the pirate ship. I was afraid when I saw them moving closer to the water, I was afraid they would fall in. Which one? The ducks? Alright, I think I need I'm gonna boost the game sounds a little bit more. Oh, the park cleaners? Oh. Yeah, I mean, they'll walk on the grass close to the water, but they won't go in, so they're safe. All right, we'll do it. Oh, we're getting a thrill ride next. Excellent. All right. Haunted house. Find another spot. Maybe we do that over here somewhere. Where's a good spot? Maybe it's right in between the trees right here. Okay. What if we have this here and that there? So the haunted house kind of nestled in the trees right here. That's a good spot. Wish OpenRCD 2 had a first-person view so we can see the guest point of view. If you get Rollercoaster Tycoon 3, you can do that. It's a 3-dimensional game. I've never played it, but I have seen a little bit of it, and it has. I think you can walk around as a guest if you want to. Okay. Got that one. Put some more of these screens. So one cool thing that they've added in the second game are these little TV queue line screens, so that helps people stay happy when they're waiting a long time in the queue line to get on the ride. If they don't have that, they're more prone to be unhappy. So, kind of a little hack. Okay. So it looks like people are enjoying that one. We're up to 400 guests already. Doing good for the first year. We're only like halfway through the year. Okay. I do like the Virginia reel. That is a pretty good one. We'll have to see what fits. We kind of need to have smaller stuff. It's kind of the same thing, isn't it? 26.95, 26. Yeah. Oh, that actually fits over here, huh? Nice. Okay. Well, maybe we can fit that in a tighter spot like this. Would that be in the way? Ooh, I don't know. Why don't we just do that? And I don't do a ton of custom built coasters, mainly because of how much time it takes to build them. And a lot of these scenarios, you know, you need to finish it within a time limit, and so I'm not I'm not super quick in building coasters that actually work. They can be kind of tough, so. I saw a video of Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 once, that way called the Vomit Park. Oh, they don't have anybody cleaning, and so it was just a mess. I mean, when people, so that's one thing. So you might be wondering, you know, why didn't I say that I would use security guards? Well, I don't use security guards mainly because if you're conducting your park in the right way, you don't even need them. So pretty much, security guards are only for making sure people don't vandalize things. So, hey, there he is. It's Mr. Canadian Mountie. Welcome in. How are you doing, my friend? Good evening to you, sir. Man, it is late where you are. You're staying up late, I see. Good to see you. Life is good over here. Excellent to hear. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. I need to start doing some shout-outs here. And we'll do that first. With Canadian Mountie. Please go give Canadian Mountie a follow. Go check out his channel. Are you looking for a cozy chaotic time with your streaming or your viewing pleasure? Then be sure to go check out Canadian Mountie, because that is his specialty. And amongst playing all sorts of new games, it feels like I feel like you're always trying something different. He also loves playing simulation and like building type games. So one of his most common games that he plays is oh my gosh, why am I blanking on it? Your beaver game. What is that called? Oh my gosh, my mind is blanking. Timberborn. I was thinking beaver was in the name of the title. No, it wasn't. That's what was throwing me off. Timberborn. And then you can get into City Skylines, which is a lot of fun to watch too. You're making me want to play that. AKA beaver game. Yeah. So please go check out Canadian Mountie, a wonderful Christian streamer. I guarantee you'll have a great time over on his channel. So please go check him out. Okay, so we just built that. Let me get back to what you were saying here. Any chance you do remember an old PC game called Sims Theme Park? Yes. You mean this game right here? Sim Theme Park? Yes. Why, yes, I do remember that game. It's a bummer that it's not optimized for newer PCs, and it's kind of a hassle to get it to work on newer systems. But, yes. Yes, I do. That was a lot of fun. I remember playing that as a kid. I got that at a book fair. Fun game. It was had a few different things compared to this game. A little bit more cartoony and silly, but it was still a lot of fun. So, I don't know if I'll be able to ever play it. Maybe there's a way that people have optimized it in a better, more streamlined way. But I don't know. Have you ever heard of Rollercoaster Tycoon creepypasta called Mr. Bones Wild Ride? I've heard of some things that people have done, like if you've heard of Marcel Voss, he does a lot of stuff on a lot of the YouTube videos and stuff on Rollercoaster Tycoon, various trivia things and various mechanics in the game explained. He does some live streams where he builds parks and stuff, and he made like the longest coaster ever. Funny thing, you do that by having your when you have coasters with queue lines next to each other, any segment of the station platform next to each other, you can synchronize them. And by synchronizing them, they only leave the station at the same time. And so basically what happened is one coaster would be done in a certain way of where the loop happens, or like to get back around was, I'm really butchering how he does it. I'm making it sound terrible. But he does it in a certain way that it takes years and years and years just to make one full completion of the I can't do it. Can I do that? Of one time through the whole coaster. So very interesting. It's pretty. It's cool to see all the different mechanics used with doing that. But yeah. Where did I leave off? Any chance you remember? Yeah, okay. Just got back from Friendsgiving. Hey, that sounds like a lot of fun. We, Mrs. Pickles and I will be going to a Friendsgiving later this week on Saturday. So that will be fun. We're doing a Friendsgiving with our small group, and looking forward to that. And funny thing, after seeing that or hearing about that, and then talking to her about different things, I realized we're gonna have 4 different Thanksgivings this year. I don't know if you guys have ever had something like that happen, and you end up having multiple Thanksgivings in a year. Basically, multiple times you get together to celebrate Thanksgiving with family or friends. We're doing it with them. We're doing it with some other friends that moved to the area from where we used to live. We're doing it with my wife's parents. And then we're doing like 2 different ones with our small groups. It's really funny. So it's yeah, so there's 4 of them. It's pretty crazy. So we're doing different themes, or some of them will be different. They're not going to be traditional. So that'll be one nice thing, that we're not going to just have an overload of turkey. So, but yeah, how was your Friendsgiving, Canadian? Sounds like a lot of fun. All right, let's see if we can build another toaster. Classic wooden twister coaster. These are fun. But, oh boy, some of these are big. Maybe we can do this one. Which one did I create? I created this one myself. But this one looks kind of cool. Maybe we can try this one. That's only $5 grand. Kind of expensive. You gotta wait and save up a little bit of money. Oh, we got all those already. Okay, we'll do shops and stalls. Not a whole lot to. There's not a whole lot to research, because the one stipulation for this park is that we can only build older style rides. All right. You only play. Okay, talking about Sim Theme Park. You only played on an old PC. Can I even get words out of my mouth? Back in the days of Windows 95. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know if I played. I think I played it on either Windows XP or like Windows Millennium Edition. If you guys remember that, if you're old enough to have used that. Since the Ferris wheel is on the water, why not name it based on the in real life Ferris wheel, the London Eye? Sure, let's do that. Yeah, if you got some fun names for rides as we go, feel free to let me know. I guess that means we need to make it white, right? Because the whole thing is like white. Or maybe this is gray. No, not that. Maybe that's gray. I don't know. We'll see. I forget. I think that's what the colors are. Nice. It's a lot of turkey. Yeah, hopefully it sounds like at least one or two of them we're having a good variety of stuff, so that's good. Having multiple Thanksgivings makes me think of The Hobbit with second dinner. Oh, man. Yeah, Mrs. Pickles, she loves Lord of the Rings, so she would love that reference. Yeah, we're thankfully they're not all in one day. That would be crazy. That would be an overload. We're having one this Saturday, then we're having one the following Wednesday, then probably one on Thanksgiving, and then another one at some other point. I have to talk to Mrs. Pickles to figure out what the plan is. I forget. It was so good. Nice. We haven't gotten together with these people in a while, so it was nice to hang out again. Nice. It's always fun to be able to get together with friends again that you haven't seen in a while. Especially bad though if you don't live that far away, but it's like, man, just life is getting in the way. Okay. One good thing about this is that it has a pretty high support limit, so we can build this in an interesting spot. We had a nice, like, corner. I can just do it over the water, kind of. There's some space over here. That is really high up there. But it is kind of cool because it looks like the that train kind of goes through it. And there is space underneath it, so maybe we can still build some flat rides underneath it. We need 8,500. Woo! All right, let's wait a little bit. We got some time. We're doing great on guests, so we can kind of take it easy for a little bit. So did you guys have turkey then? Canadian? Did you guys have turkey? Did you guys have ham or both? I know that is a common thing that people have a hard time agreeing on, whether they have turkey or ham. But I think if you do both, if you're able to do that, that kind of solves the issue. We did go with turkey tonight. All right. See, for me, I don't mind turkey. I like it. I do definitely prefer the dark meat because it's a lot more moist and flavorful. Unless it can be cooked the right way. I don't know. White meat can be pretty dry. You'll have to let me know what you prefer. What are your thoughts on turkey? Do you enjoy it? Do you put up with it? Is it your favorite thing since sliced bread, or you could do without? I can do a day or two of turkey, but it tends to turn into 30 days of turkey. Yeah. It works out good if it stays kind of moist and it's not too dry. It works great. I know we do a lot of like making sandwiches and stuff with it after Thanksgiving, and then using it in like soup. The only thing I remember we saved some one year, and then we had it in the freezer a little bit too long, and by the time we got back to it, it was kinda freezer burned and didn't taste very good. So if you do save it for something else like a soup or whatever, or for whatever other meal, make sure you put it in a good freezer bag so it doesn't get freezer burn, and don't wait too long to use it. Never liked dark meat, either turkey or chicken. Man, real Will, I think you and I need to come together and have chicken and turkey, and you can have all the white meat and I will eat all the dark meat. That sounds like a really good plan. Man, chicken, I love the dark meat. Legs and thighs, wings, I'll take it all. I mean, I'll have white meat, but it just seems so dry to me. And I don't know. It just seems like there's a little more flavor in dark meat. So, are the wings white meat? Well, I'll still take them anyways. No, you can have them. If the turkey is dry, it wasn't fixed right. Yeah. You know what? I have had turkey that was deep fried one time. That was really good. Only had it once. I'd love to try it again, but we don't have a way to do that ourselves. We don't have the stuff. My wife's uncle cooked it that way one time when we had Thanksgiving as a bigger family thing with her side of the family, and that turned out really good. And then that spatchcocking, what you do with turkeys, you kind of break the rib cage a bit, so you kind of flatten it out. It doesn't let you do stuffing that way, the traditional way, but if you do that, I heard that that's a good way to do it too, and that keeps it from getting too dry. So I don't know. There are multiple ways to do it, and it would be fun to try that sometime. Thighs are juicy. Yeah. Yeah, legs and thighs are the best for chicken. Turkey too, I guess, too, but it has more flavor. It just is different flavor. I just feel like when you have white meat, there's just less flavor. It's just more bland. But that's just me. So if you enjoy it, then that is good. I have nothing against that. I'm glad that you enjoy it. But personally, I just have a hard time enjoying it. I wish I did. But everyone has their own personal tastes, and that's cool, because we don't need to be the same. Oh, that's 15. I thought that said 5. Oh, that says 5 down there. There we go. That's awkward. All right. Okay, there we go. There's that. That is now connected. Fried turkey is the best, but if someone actually takes the time on the baking to keep it moist, well, yeah, basting it, seasoning it, it is fantastic as well. But baked can also be some of the blandest tasting stuff if not done well. That is very correct. It really comes down to how much are you, oh, it's ready to go. How much are you preparing it? Like, what all do you do to prepare the turkey? And if you do not, if you don't do very much, then don't expect it to taste that great. And you know, some people, they don't care as much, and whatever, hey, you know, if they're the ones eating it, that's fine. But, you know, for the rest of us, it's like, you know, seasoning helps a lot. Basting it to keep it moist helps a lot. Ever had a turducken? No, I have not. Have you had one before? I've never had one. Sounds interesting. The concept sounds pretty interesting. If you like chicken salad, the leftover turkey can just be used to make that the same way, turkey salad. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You can make almost anything just like you would turkey. All right, yeah, turkey, chicken, and it should come out pretty good. We'll use it like in pasta and stuff like that too, as a replacement for chicken at times. Man, a lot of these people are waiting in line more than I thought they would. Good for them. All right. That would work for me. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's so similar, turkey and chicken, that it's pretty versatile. I feel like most of the time if you switched it, a lot of people probably wouldn't even tell a difference, honestly. If you didn't tell them, they probably would have no idea. I'll try to stop in later to chat more. Okay. Got a lurk while working. Okay, so do you work in the evenings then too, Canadian? I'm guessing that's why. So, with the new stuff you're doing for your job. Happy work and lurk. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, if you have the time, we're still here. Feel free to drop by and say hello again. It's always great to have you here. You, gamer, haven't had a turducken. Okay, well, if you end up trying one before me, let me know your thoughts. I don't think any of the Thanksgiving meals I'm having this this time around, I don't think that'll be on the menu, so I don't think I'll be trying that out this time. Y'all are making me hungry. Yeah, I know. That's why I have a little snack here. We had chili and cornbread for dinner, and so I probably had more than I had initially wanted to. So I was pretty full, but so I'm not hungry this time. Love stuffing. That's Mrs. Pickle's favorite part too. Oh no. Well, I'd be tempted to head up to the gas station. Only thing open, it's almost 1 a.m. to get a sandwich or something. But it's also very cold out and very windy. So I don't want to go out at all. I don't want to go out in that. I don't blame you. Do you have anything you can make yourself at home? Any kind of snack? I know sometimes we don't really have very many snacks and it's like, man, I just want something. Like, oh man, what was it? I was in Ketcha Dub's stream, lurking a little bit yesterday, and they were talking about food, and he talked about Panda Express, and man, that made me really want some Panda. And now I really don't need it. Yeah, I feel ya. I'm like that a lot too. I don't keep that stuff around as I would eat it all in a short order. Yeah. It's kind of fun. It goes right underneath it. I don't get a ton of snacks. I mean, I would love to have more, but it's just things are too expensive nowadays, and most of the time they're not good for me anyways. So here, let's get some food stuff going here. I can do without snacks, and if it gets late enough as well, I'm like that too. It's like, well, I need to go to sleep in a little bit. There's no point for me to eat something if I'm just gonna go to sleep and whatever anyways. So I understand. All right, let's see what people's thoughts are about stuff. Anything we need to adjust? Drinks are a good value. Okay. Fries are a good value. Okay. Too crowded here. Well, sorry. Park map. It's good value. Balloon stall. Can't afford Jack Sparrow's Black Pearl. How? Can't be that expensive, right? It's not even $3. They've already blown all their money. One cool thing, though, that the second game has, this is a first game scenario, so it doesn't have it, but the second game has ATM machines. It has ATMs that you can put in the park. And by having that, when people are running out of cash like that, they can literally just go get more money out and stick around. So... okay, Panda Express doesn't appeal to me so much, but there's so many mom and pop Chinese places around that if I'm in the mood for takeout Chinese, I would go there instead. If I lived in a place that had more of that, I would probably do that more. But unfortunately, where we are, in more of a landlocked area, there's not really any. There's only a couple Chinese food places. We've been to a couple of them and they're not that great. And so, yeah, we're kind of, I'd love that, and I'd love teriyaki. I'd love to have some teriyaki in town. Do we have any? No. So, unfortunately, that is not an option. So every time, I have family. I'm originally from the Seattle area, and so whenever we go to visit again over there, always have to get, or we try to get some teriyaki or whatever we generally miss out on. So, but you know, I like Panda Express, and I'm happy with it, so I'm good with that. But I do miss more traditional mom and pop restaurants too. That only an arm and a leg. Yeah, forgot the ATMs. Yeah, I like Chinese buffets, and once in a while I'll try to pick up hibachi. Yeah, Chinese buffets are good, but sometimes they can be a bit hit or miss, and so unfortunately, the one that we went to in town wasn't that great. It was okay, but everything tends to be kind of mid to sub tier quality, and so just because you can just get it in mass quantities, and it's just like eh. Ooh, these are big. All right, 4,000. We don't have quite the money for that yet. Let's wait a little bit longer. Is there any flat rides we can do? We could do the maze. The maze is pretty cheap, only 500 bucks. Shoot, 550? Let's do that. We could do a maze above the water somewhere, or we can do a maze over here. What if actually? What if we did something like this? And then we get this going like that, going like that. There you go. Bob's your uncle. You're in business. All right. And this one, you can have, technically, you can have, oops, you can have up to 64 people in a maze. That's the maximum. I don't know how you can get that many people in at one time, but you can somehow. But yeah, so I heard another streamer guy talking about Panda yesterday. That made me really have a serious hankering for some Panda Express yesterday, but I was good and I did not succumb to that temptation. All right, we got cotton candy. Do we want to put that? Sure, we'll put that somewhere. It's cheap. Do we want it right there? I guess we want it right there. That's fine. Oops. Nope, not that one. Right there. Okay, we're getting there. We'll probably have to build some duplicates of some rides, maybe some duplicates of some of these popular coasters. Maybe not it won't necessarily be the same design. Should we fix the boat higher so they're not just randomly going about? Maybe I should. Yeah, let's just do that. Alright, where are we? Where we're trying to get to? We are there. I know it's kind of boring. I don't really care. We have other boats. We do have other boats that we can do. Let's change that. They add some excitement. Excitement. What do these other ones do? Canoes, no. Rowboats, no. Swans, a little bit, not much. Water trikes, also just a tiny bit. Let's just do bumper boats, even though we know that they are not going to be bumping into each other since they're on a track. Doesn't matter. Still paying $2.40 to ride my ride. There they go. No bumping, even though it's a bumper boat. Okay. All right, do we need, yeah, we probably need a few more mechanics. Again, to anyone that's new, that hasn't been here for a little bit, if you want to be a part of the park, feel free to redeem the channel points, and you can be a member of our park. I'd love to add you in if you would like to. If you'd like to be a mechanic, if you'd like to be a handyman, that's what they're called. Or if you want to be an entertainer. Crooked House. Okay, there's another flat ride. What do we want to do? Can we do something over here? We do that other cheesy mice. It's kind of small. I like that it doesn't take up too much room here. Oh, there we go. Ah, it works. Okay, so there's an entrance and there's an exit. I'll probably try and loop this around. Gosh, I don't like these canvas tents. You gotta make the mouse look like a mouse. Having them bright orange doesn't get it for me. Yellow. What is orange? Orange doesn't look right. I wish you could have more than one color. Having all of this just a solid color is not as good. Because we need orange there. Okay. And there are 10 cars. That's fine. Let's go ahead and test it. Actually, let's keep that open. And let's get a pathway going. Let's see, can we just come straight out like this? There. That works out pretty good. And that is tested and good to go. Let's get a few of those TV screens in place. as always, because we want to keep all the children happy as they're waiting in line. Okay. We still have a lot of good space in the middle for some other coasters. I want to make sure so we can keep building stuff like that as time passes, because we need to keep our guests coming in. If we stop building, we'll reach our guest cap, and we'll stop getting new guests. Basically, each ride you build has a special number associated to it with how many guests it will attract. And so coasters have the largest attraction rate for guests, so they're some of the best ones to build. Flat rides are kind of the lowest, so they're good to kind of fill in spaces and whatever. But coasters, they're more expensive though, so it's a trade-off. So. Hey, welcome back, Connor. I was just thinking about you and Bronson. It's like, oh, they got awfully quiet, but that's okay. I know you got important things going on, so good to have you back. Thank you for being here. How's your day? How's Honest doing? She driving you crazy today? Has she been good? Let's look at it from this angle. Let's see, that looks like that's actually the exit, so that works out nicely right there. But we need more money. Okay, we will wait. We will wait. Can we just get some more money? Let's see, we want to put it on that block there. 2 over diagonally from this corner. Okay. Get some more cash. Just so we can keep things going. Want to make sure we build things in a timely manner. Come on, trees. Is it this one? No, this one. That one right there. Ah, okay. You know, I didn't mind the colors that it was. Okay, let's get this thing testing. Okay. We'll just do that. I was thinking, oh, I can go over this pathway. But, wouldn't work. Alright. She's actually been so good for the last few weeks. Been catching up on some deep cleaning. Things that I haven't been doing in over a year. I feel guilty that I'm not spending her good moments with her 24/7. I'm sure you're doing a great job. But yeah, I'm with you on the cleaning stuff. There's stuff that like we kind of neglect on doing, and we don't even have any kids to distract us and what not distract. Maybe that's a bad one, but to direct our time and attention to. Really need to clean the shower. It's kind of gross. It's always when we have like friends or family coming to visit, we're like, oh, we need to clean. So that's when we have a clean house, is when we have visitors. But I'm sure it's like that with most people, so. Did I turn down? Maybe I turned down the sound. Options. Sound effects. We can turn the sound effects up a little bit. There. Make sure you guys can hear the sound effects. That's what really makes the game. I've done so much deep cleaning, but somehow people comment on baseboards being dirty. Is that people you're talking about? Is that just Bronson? I don't think I've ever heard anyone comment on our baseboards being dirty, and we like almost never clean them. And they're white, so they'd show dirt really easily. That's annoying. Should like turn around and be like, well, how are your baseboards? And they'll be like, I clean them every day. And he can be like, hey, prove it. Bronson and your mom. Well, there you go. At least it's not his mom saying that. At least it's your mom saying it, but still, yeah. Like, thanks, Mom. I'm only trying to juggle a household here, while also taking care of a baby. And then they'll say, oh, well, we did that when I was your age, and it wasn't that. And I had 3 babies I was trying to juggle, and teach school, and do this, and do that. His mama doesn't come here because she doesn't like her dogs. Is that a good thing, or is that a bad thing? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. No, I'm fortunate. I've got good in-laws. I know some people do not get along as well with their in-laws, so. When I got pregnant, she asked, when are we gonna get rid of them? You can't get rid of your dogs. You need to keep your pets, and then they can get. Then your baby can get used to them. We have a friend. We have some friends that just had their first baby, and they got 2 dogs, and one of them gets really excited, and so they have to be kind of careful. But they're starting to get used to having and not being the only ones getting attention in the house. Okay. Well, we could do something like right in here, small right. Maybe that's where we can do Crooked House. Unfortunately, those are the only 3. Well, at least we have go-karts. Those are always pretty popular. But we are. Let's look at this. And we're still doing gentle rides. I know my dogs are bad, but they love the baby, especially since she throws half of her food at them. There you go. This one feeds us. I like this one. Gives us extra snacks. For Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for Honest because she feeds me extra snacks, and I like snacks. And my name's Botan. Okay. I know these aren't the most exciting rides, but it's at least something that we can kind of fill in these smaller spaces. And they help, at least, to the guest generation. I mean, the arrow in the bottom right corner there, it's up. It's pointing up, a little green arrow. So that means that we're generally trending up in our guest count. We can look at Park Valley. Where is it? Isn't there like a guest counter? An attendance list or something? Here we go. I don't know why all these charts aren't just in one tab themselves. So it keeps increasing here. We got some good increases. A little bit more lately. At the beginning of the year, we're at 550, just at the mark we wanted, and we're at almost 900 now. It's a good jump in about March, April, May, June? May? It's only May. 3 months? That's pretty good. Botania is a worst dog ever, but I love her. Aw. This roller coaster scenario looks so fun. Yeah, so it started out with just the pathway going around. It's got these kind of almost twin lakes kind of thing, but it's one lake. And then it had this train. And we built everything else. And so what we need to do is we need to have 1,600 guests by the end of year 3. We're almost halfway through the scenario. Not quite. We're almost to the middle of year 2, and we already have a little over 900 guests. So as long as we can keep building more coasters, we should be able to get that scenario completed. So this one's a pretty good one. You know what? Actually, I will do one cheat. I want more ducks. Great ducks. That's one cheat that I like. You got this. Yeah. No, luckily the scenarios aren't too bad. I mean, yeah, I do a little bit of cheating in that I let it. I have a plugin that manages the ride tickets, but I don't want to be micromanaging every little thing all the time. I want to just enjoy building stuff, you know, putting things in the park, and then also giving enough time to talk to you guys too. So otherwise I'd have to be like really glued in on the game. So man, I don't know what it was. I think, you know what, Connor, when we played Heave Ho the other night, I must have been like really tense, because the next morning when I got up, my shoulders and my neck were so sore, and they're still kind of sore. I don't know what it was. And man, oh man, like I still feel it. I don't know if you guys had that happen to you either, but yeah, not fun. All right, what else are we doing? Water ride. If they could do the dinghy slide, that would be nice. The river rafts are pretty boring. Shoulders were tight too, and my hands hurt. My hands weren't as bad, thankfully, because I was playing bass the next morning at church. But or the next, that was on Friday. Yeah, the following evening. So I'm glad my hands were fine. But man, my shoulders and my neck, like I can still feel it when I try to like loosen up my neck. I need to remember to do that more. But I had so much fun with you guys. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We'll have to plan some more stuff like that out. Most definitely. Okay, I did make a couple of these cool tracks here that are kind of short. But unfortunately, these need a fairly flat surface as well. So I don't know. Oh, look at all those ducks coming in. I don't know if we'll be able to build this. We might have to just build something ourselves and kind of weave around existing stuff. Which we could utilize this space up here. So maybe we have to just do a custom design. We could start somewhere over here and tap off this pathway here to get our pathways connected. Bronza said like 7 times that it was the most fun he had playing games in a while. That's good. I like that. I'm glad that you guys had a good time. We both had a good time as well. And thank you for inviting us to play that. That was a great time. What do we do? What if I come up like this? We've been playing Stardew Valley every day for a few weeks, so I guess I'm not as fun as y'all. It's just a different kind of fun. No. You are fun too, Connor. If you weren't fun, then we wouldn't have wanted to play Heave Ho with you, so. Alright, we'll probably just do something kind of simple. Like this. And then do something else in another spot. Just because there's not a huge reason to do something too crazy. Okay. That will at least keep people entertained, I think. Are you not entertained? Okay. And then sometimes the thunder used to scare me in the Rollercoaster Tycoon. Oh, for when like the storms came through. Man, I like it when I don't know. Maybe just more in real life. I just like thunder and lightning, but then again, it can play havoc with getting your power knocked out. So, but I do enjoy a good thunderstorm. Let's do 2 laps. Green. Okay, let's get this in. I don't know if anything really scared me as a kid in this game. Five. There we go. I remember when I played this as a kid, though, I played a lot of the first several scenarios, and I didn't really get very far. Oops, you know what, let's go one more over. There we go. And I feel like we would end up, like, having to reinstall the game on another computer, and then our progress would be reset. And then we'd do the same ones over again. And I would play pretty much... I feel like I would play nearly, like, the first, like, 5 or so scenarios over and over when I would play. And I just... Or maybe I thought the later ones were just really tough, and so I just didn't even want to try them. Or I was just terrible at the game and made bad decisions, and it was just hard. That was probably it. Because playing it now, I don't know, I mean, I guess you just have, like, logic from just being older and seeing things and whatever. And I've watched enough content and videos and this and that about the game that it's like, you know what, it's really, it's not that bad. Alright, that's a pretty good coaster, good go-kart track. taking up not a lot of space. Thunder in real life sometimes scares me. It can, yeah. Sometimes, and sometimes it can get pretty close, and it's pretty loud. I mean, and it can shake your house if it gets really close too. It's like, woo. Yeah, yeah. What about the high-pitched scream from the haunted house? It doesn't really scare me. I feel like all the sounds in this game are just nostalgic to me. Over here. I'm gonna listen to it. Hopefully that doesn't scare you. Let's see, where's the front? Maybe that's the front. Yeah, because there's a little guy that pops, like a little ghost guy that pops out when the lightning goes. There you go. Not really hearing the game sounds a whole lot though. We'll turn it up just a tad bit more. Hopefully that helps. All right, man, we're already at 1,000 guests. We're doing good. And look how many ducks we have. Our lake is full of ducks. One time the thunder was so loud it set off your neighbor's car alarm. Oh, I bet. Probably that, and it probably rumbled and kind of shook the car a bit too. That probably helped as well. You can click on the... Yeah, I love that you can make the little quacking noise when you click on them. That and popping balloons. That would be kind of funny if you could pop someone's balloon as they're walking, and then be like, "Hey, what happened to my balloon?" Then they have to go buy another one. All right, we're doing pretty good with cash. Let's get a few more handymen. Man, you know what? I'm going to let's make one of them patrol the entrance. Just because it can be kind of messy here. At least keep it clean when people get right inside the park. Ducks! Ba-da-da-da! Okay. We got a lot of cash. Oh, there's another balloon. What do we want to build? I want to build another coaster, huh? We haven't done one of these ones. These ones are big, and they might not fit very well. Is there a smaller one? I think there's at least one. That one's kind of small. 4078. Come back to that one. That one looks kind of cool. Oh, that one actually does fit. But I'd rather have a couple smaller ones than just one really big one. Especially since generally our parks are pretty big. Oof, how big is, let's see, that one's that big. How big is this one? That is more reasonable. Okay, trees. I need to see you right now. Whoops, okay, well. That's where it's gonna be, I just clicked. Can we... Hit mark on paths. Kind of have to deal with this dip right here. So we'll have the entrance on this side of the dip and the exit on that side of the dip. Gotta get going, Fuzzy. God bless. Thank you, gamer. I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for chatting and the following earlier. I'm glad that you were able to find me here. Have a great rest of your night, and God bless. Hope to see you in the next stream. Have a great night. Okay, so we got 2 trains. Let's test it out. While that's testing, let's get our pathways going. Don't mind all that. Alright, height marks on paths. Well, that actually is... That is that right there. Okay. Do we want that there, or do we want to go this way? Let me just do that. That'll be simple. And then this... be like that. Okay, that looks good. I like that. That's connected. Let's put a couple benches around. Put a trash can set. Okay. And that should be done. It might be a little difficult near the end when we're starting to run out of room. So I wish we had a few more thrill rides. So pretty much we only have like wooden rides. We don't have any steel. So that means that we also don't have the launch freefall, which is a great ride. Unfortunately, that is not available at our disposal. Oh. Alright, taking one step back. We still have a good amount of space in here. Since we have the room, let's take a quick look at that one we did look at, wood chip. How does this look? Okay, that looks like that. What if we turned it? Okay, technically that does fit like that. So we could have that over here. Let's do it. Hey, we have enough cash too. Ooh, hopefully that's not... I think we got a little bit of a gap. Can we do this? Yeah. Boom, look at that. All right, good. Let's check this out. 3 trains, 5 cars. Max speed, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and test. All right. All right, what are we trying to get to? What is the height mark on the paths? That is 15. Oh no, that's down to 10. That's okay. Right there, that's 10. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's keep watching that as we put a few of these screens up. A couple benches around. Okay. First one's coming back, second one's coming back, and third one should be here momentarily. Okay. Alright, cool. How long is this ride? a minute. Okay, 10 seconds is enough time to wait, at least. At least wait 10 seconds. That way they kind of will remain roughly spaced out for the most part. Could say 15 seconds, but no, maybe we'll say 15. Okay. And I do my best to avoid using the marketing campaigns, because that's just like a super easy way to get guests in a short amount of time. So I do my best to not use those. If any time I do use them, it's at the very end when we've already met the scenario objective, just waiting for the time, waiting until the end of year 3, just to see how many people we could get in the park at one time. Otherwise, yeah, that's not something that I typically will use. Okay. We got that. The only thing is it's like covering everything, so it's like hard to see pathways and everything, but oh well. Still have a lot of good room in the middle. Did we... I think we researched... Yeah, all the coasters. Okay, we got the log flume. That's pretty good. Also got the river rapids. That's fairly simple to build. And it doesn't need to be very big. So we could do that fairly easily and stick that in a tighter spot. Like we could even do something like that up here if we wanted to. Bet turn it, yeah, that's too big. Too big. Too big. Alright. If we were to do a custom design, what would we do? Oh, that's right. We can't really... you can't, the height... There's really not a lot of height. Raise or lower land first. Okay, let's take out that then. How high can we get? That's high enough. Let's do a whirlpool and then we'll go down. Whee! Let's see, 30. Let's just start at 40 so that we can do an on-ride photo section. Some rapids. We'll come. Can't go over that apparently. Here, let's have it test while we're doing this. Okay. Rapids. Raise or lower land first. What? That's in the way? Yeah. If you say so, game. I generally don't like to do that if I don't have to. Gotta have one of every element of this, or else it doesn't give you full credit. Okay. It just has one big drop. That's okay. Alright, come on, trees, get out of here. Is that right across the street? And that it looks like it. Let's put the entrance right there instead. Okay. So with that, okay, can't do the exit right there. Let's put the exit right there. See if that works. Looks like it. And we need to get to height marker 15, I believe. 15. Can we just like not see people for a little bit? There's that. And with this, let's do yellow. We'll just come down and connect to that. Simple enough. Okay. I like that. Let's test it. It's not going to be very popular. People don't generally like this ride as much, so I'm not building it for them. I'm just using it for the increase to the guest cap limit that it generates for us. I'm not thinking that many people are going to want to ride this ride, and that is totally fine. I am definitely not heartbroken by it. Phew, they almost. That's great. They almost fly off the end there. Let's do it every 5 seconds because it's a very fast ride. Yeah, excitement is very low. But that's fine. I don't care. I doubt anyone is going to ride it. Actually, no, let's put it over here. Ooh. Kind of thought the Virginia reel would be a little more popular. Okay. We built one of every kind of coaster. So that's good. We have 2 of this classic wooden coaster. We have the Virginia reel. We have 2 of the Wild Mouse coaster. Here's the other classic one. Here's the side friction. This one is classic wooden twister. Oh, did we not actually do... No, we didn't actually do one of the reverser ones. Okay. Forgive me, I misspoke. Alright, can we do something in here? I bet we can, well, where do we want to get a pathway from? Kind of a dead zone here. Maybe we can raise this up a tiny bit. Here, let's crash it and build it again. That is as high as it'll go. Okay, well. Okay. What we can do maybe is let's make a new pathway through here. Do that, and make sure that follows suit and looks good. Okay. Greenwood Hill, blah, 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 blah. Cars. Really, only 5? Okay, well. What it is. Alright, I'll connect that up in a second. Ooh, look at that. Kinda have to do something else a little bit. Alright, we'll okay, maybe we just won't have a long queue line. Alright. That's okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually plenty. That's plenty. We're okay. We're just fine. And you know what? Actually, there's already a green kiosk, or a green queue line, so let's change the color. That. Put the TV screens in. I feel like we have some wasted space back here. Could do, what if I just made this same thing? Let's go kart track. Let's go to save design. And we'll call it... Where's the go-karts? Go-karts 3. So, we make go-karts 3. Will this fit? Or are they not gonna like it? Too high for supports. Really? Trying to have a little bit of fun, but no, we can't do that. Let's see, what twister coaster did we do? I think we did this one. Oh no, we did this one. We can still do this one. And that's actually pretty small. Could we put that in here? Doesn't look like it. A little bit too big. Okay. Could do it on top of this thing. Okay. This is just going to be full of coasters. Oh, did we build... Wait, we didn't build this one yet, did we? No, it was a different thing that we were doing. Okay. That's this one that had the dip. I was like, you can only build it on either side of a dip like that, right by the entrance. Okay, that disappeared somehow. Oof, that is a weird spot. Hopefully that won't be conflicting with anything. 2 trains. 8 cars per train. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here. How can we connect this up? Do we want to... That's probably... Yeah, that won't work. So we'll have to come off of this spot right there. Okay, and we want to see height marks on paths. That's at 25, and we're at 25. Hey, we're at 25. Look at that. So that's at 20. Oh, look at that. Okay, we can't go that way. Miniature railway in the way. You don't say. Okay. We'll just connect up like that then. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, that works. We need to put our customary Q-line TVs. Put a few of these benches around for people to sit and contemplate life decisions. Some garbage cans there for them to make some wise choices. Yeah. I think each coaster brings in like 60 or so people, so we probably should just build more kiosks and shops, because those do a little bit as well. Okay, we're just starting our 3rd year. Let's go ahead and build more bathrooms and shops and things like that. That fits there. Let's try to look at stuff. Where do we have things that we can add more things to make the things even more thing-like? I like that. You see the train smoke just randomly billowing. There's no train. You don't see the train. That's funny. I've never noticed that. That is funny. All right. Put another bathroom there. You know, if we get we could get the award for the park with the best toilets. That is a thing. And so if we have enough bathrooms, we could win that award. Do we have any awards at all? No. And that actually helps out with guest generation as well. Okay, we got a hat stall. Like that. Random hats, that's fine. What else we got? Do we have balloons over here yet? There's one here. Do another balloon stall. Hard to see. You need to have it on the right tile and then hit, like, hold shift to raise it up. It's hard to tell what tile you're on. Lots of shops, lots of stalls. Did that open? See, that barrier is still there. I don't think that I don't think that is the right height. Actually, you know what we can do? You can hit, if you hover over something else, you can hit control. I forgot about that. And you can select the right height. Alright, that's much easier. Now that we don't have any garbage cans up here, let's... Actually, there's a... one in the middle and one on each side. That's fine. That is enough. How's our guest numbers? It's been plateauing right at 1100. Alright. Man, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do to get more people in here? Do we need to just build more? Build another one of these guys. It's kind of a hard spot. What about back here? Enough room? No. We put it like right there. Entrance, exit. Test, open. We'll need to adjust that. That's okay. And what we can do is actually we can adjust like that. Okay, easy enough. And if we do this right, maybe we could fit another ride in here. We'll just make it short. We don't need a long queue line. The main thing is just to have more rides. So we will put that guy there. And then what if we did, can we do another crooked house over here? We can. Okay. Actually, let's do regular pathway. We'll see. I still have a little more room. Okay, we can do one more big coaster in here. What have we... We've already done a couple of the twister coasters. We could do log flume. Maybe we do log flume. That's the thing, these are kind of big. Too high for supports. I don't really feel like making a custom one. Yeah. Yeah, these water rides, they don't, especially that and they have the dinghy slide, they don't have very high supports. Let's see, we did Virginia Red 2. We did that one. Is there a small one we can do? Those are the same. That's the same as that one. What is it not? That one's probably the next smallest one. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Can we fit that on top of that? We can. Can we go higher? We can. Let's do that, and then we can kind of be up and over that a little bit. This park just has a bajillion coasters. You do seem to have a lot of people coming in the park. Not as many people leaving the park. 80 bucks. 50 bucks. How much is this? 6? It's not too bad. I could try and have a pathway go between these or something. I want to have one more coaster in the middle here. Maybe we can do a Wild Mouse coaster. And then maybe we can have like a pathway come between here to kind of connect, add a little more room for people to walk, as well as just a nice connection so people don't have to go around. Okay, that's done. So let's get a pathway going. Okay, so we got that. Okay, that's long enough. I mean, 4 or 5 is plenty. It'll go pretty quick, honestly. People even gonna get on? Let's just do 4 seconds. Save a little bit of room. And you know what? We could even delete a couple sections of this. Oh, there we go. And we can even put a couple shops and stalls maybe right there. Maybe. We can do, we don't have lemonade over here. We can do, well, that fits there. We can do another balloon stand. Who doesn't like a balloon? We can do a hat stall. Okay, and that one will have to be empty because that's, well, maybe, no, we can put something there. All right, we'll put another bathroom. Hopefully we can get that award for best bathrooms. Oh, we got a seafood stall. Forgot about that one. Oh, we never connected. We never connected this pathway. I was waiting to do that so people wouldn't just come walking through if we weren't finished yet. Okay. And everyone's like, I want to go to the reverse roller coaster, but I can't find it. Where is it? No, it's here. It's just not connected. Just needed the pathway. Okay. What other, any other shop stall thing? We could do chicken. We do chicken. We don't have chicken over here. That's connected. Right? Yeah. Chicken there is connected. We did seafood. Alright, let's see if some other food item or something shows up in a little bit. We have a gentle ride. I mean, next. And let's see, I wanted to do, that's right, I wanted to do this. This one's kind of narrow. This would have no problem fitting in there and still have some room. Because that can go under something. So what if we did that? Man, this is hard to see. How close is that to the other track? Is it under it enough? I think it's under it enough. Maybe I can find something else narrow to fit in there. If nothing else, that's where we can have the pathway and maybe a couple flat rides or something. Minecart shaped things. Okay. Let's test it out. I don't think this one has a problem because the next spot over there that has a hill that is long, as long as it can get over that. Ooh! You know what? Before we even start, chain lift hill. Just in case. I don't want to run into any issues. By adding a chain lift hill there, will mitigate any doubt of some sort of issue in the future. If it wants to, it just wants to be difficult. We need to get up to 15. Or go over to 5. Where are we at? There. That's easy enough. Alright, is it done? It's done. Alright, you're open. The ride is open! Okay. We could do another haunted house over here. We could have one on each side of the lake. Oh, we got an observatory, or observation tower. What if we did something like that here in the middle? Right in here. Man, this is so hard to see. Let's do the cutaway view. Oop. Alright, that helps a lot. Could we do... Oh no, I wanted to do it like right here. Something like that. And... exit. Hit marks on paths. That's 5. So that needs to go down. So we can do that, right? We can go boop. Perfect. Alright, and then entrance. We'll just make it easy on ourselves. Alright, we'll zoom back out. Let's do that. Pathway. Yellow. How did this one come down? There we go. That's all. Okay. And that's a good, like, middle part of the park, too. It's a good spot for the observation tower. They can see the whole park. Alright, we'll just kind of wait. And it's ready. Okay. Cool. Man, I still feel like even though we're building more stuff, we're not really getting more people. We're not getting more people. So what are we doing wrong? That I do not know. People are riding the rides. It looks like they're having a good time. What are they complaining? What are they complaining about? Let's pause the game here. Running out of cash. Okay, we have a lot of cash. Let's enable good value pricing. That will lower everything quite a bit. Okay. Maybe we're just losing too many people because it's... Here we go. Everything's like cut in half now. Everyone should be sticking around longer. And that should help out quite a bit because, and we should be able to see results since we're starting and realizing that so early. We still have the end of May, so we have June, July, August, September, October. We got 5 months to the end. And ooh, those that are saying they're running out of cash, that it's going down. Less people are saying that. I don't know if they're leaving the park. All right, no, there's not a lot of people leaving the park. There's some. Man, if we just had the ATM though, that would help a lot. Oh, that jumped back up again. Well, everything should be going down in price. We can even do that with our food and stuff. Go down to make it things unbelievably cheap. 50 cents each. Everything is 50 cents each. We're making so little on everything. Fried chicken, we're not even making any money. Not even worth having, honestly. 10 cents on fries, really? Fruity ice. Only making 10 cents. Hat stall. I don't know if we'll do that on hats, on like souvenirs. We'll do $1. Lemonade. 10 cents. And seafood, that's really expensive. We'll lose 10 cents. We only have one seafood stall. We won't get any more. Restrooms, those are free, I believe. Yep. Not charging for that. Information kiosks. Let's move this back down to $5. Actually, you know what? We'll make it 3. And park maps, 10 cents. Okay. That should help keep people in the park, I think. Let's see, let's look at some of these people. They still have $2. Just want to go home, run out of cash, can't afford the observation tower. How many rides do they go on? 19 rides. And they got a on-ride photo. Yeah, the photo. Photo. Same price. Down to 50 cents as well. Okay, that should take care of a lot of that. We can pay back a fair amount of our loan. Let's see, can we fit anything else narrow in here? What other... We could do another go-kart, but I kind of want to do another coaster. There's something narrow here. That's really long. Oh, is there a narrow one of these too? Kind of an L shape. Would that fit? Did fit like that, just barely. I don't know how we could get, well, let's try it and see. We can build a pathway up and over that, so. Alright, and then we've seen that for a second. We could do that on that side. And then have it come through and go over. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. 8 cars. Oh, they're all different colors. Sure, that's fine. Okay, let's let it do its test. Let's find a way... Okay, that's over. What would we connect up to? I want to... Alright, we need to get some more hand in. That's a bad spot. I have 12. Do that. A couple more mechanics. That's done. Alright, let's figure out this pathway. We might be able to fit some sort of other... rides through here. Okay, so that's that. Can we go up? What is the... That's like at 10. Oh, we're like way over that, actually. We're at 15. Yes, I know there's no entrance right now to that. That's fine. What if we came off of this? Oh, we can't. Can we... So let's go off of that. Okay, now we're connected. Alright, we got a pathway. Get a couple more of them. 2 more of them. And let's do some benches. People can relax. Whoa! Wrong button. Oh, we need to do the entrance. Okay. Let's do green. Okay. Oh, perfect. Look at that. All right, we can put some trees back. I don't even know what we had with. I feel like you needed like taller, scary-ish looking trees around here. It's around the haunted house. Okay, man, we are like nearly full. This park is jam-packed. We're getting some more people. I think people are able to stay a little bit more. Not too many people are running out of cash. It's definitely going down. People are feeling sick. I think people are riding too many coasters. I think everything's a good value. Good. We could use an award for like best value park. Surprised we haven't seen anything like that yet. Okay, we can build like the slide and some other. Oh, we got a circus. Right, get rid of that screen. Let's get the cutaway view. So that's all we got. It's just a 2x2. That's a 3x3. Okay. Can you not be in the way? Thank you. Okay. Wish we had some other like motion simulator, launched free fall, roto-drop, all those kinds of other thrilling rides. That would be so nice, because they're also very, very small. Yeah, these are all pretty cheap. People should be getting in line. Let's see what else we got. So we got the circus. That's one we haven't done. We could do another Ferris wheel. That's pretty small. Again, too high for supports. We need to raise up something underneath here. Something just like that small look. Oh, it's probably because it thinks you need to be like an over that. Gotcha. Okay. Let's just stick that there. Actually, let's rotate it. There you go. Okay. Entrance. Exit, and we can just have it right there. Okay. I think we'll be able to make this scenario and we're doing pretty good. Our guest count is increasing. Let's take a look at that chart. It's starting to trend up. We got past the slump of 1100. We're getting close to 1300 now. And we got August, September, October. We got 3 months to get 300 guests. People running out of cash. That number is going down. A little bit more of that discount. Just need to lower prices on things so people just don't run out of cash so fast. That's the main thing. So we got that. We can do. So we talked about a Ferris wheel. What do we have left to research? Monorail cycles. We got bumper cars. That's kind of a. We might be able to fit that up. That's a 4x4. That's kind of a bigger footprint. But maybe it'll fit here. Maybe we can fit that here. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's enough room for that there. We can do that there. We can maybe. We still could probably do a Ferris wheel over here potentially. Let's wait it out and get the bumper cars in. We don't have enough room for like more roller coasters. So we kind of just have to wait and do some other stuff. Trying to just fill in random little gaps. There's a section up here, and we could tap off this little pathway here. What else can we build over here? We could do another Ferris wheel or a circus over here. We never did another twist, did we? I don't think so. I think we did a twist over here. We have that. Ooh, just enough room. This should go down in price. Yeah. Pretty cheap. Does this need to be fixed? Reliability is 64%. Yeah, we can do that. Let's wait for these other people to get off the ride. And we'll refurbish it. It's one of the earlier coasters we built, I think. I feel like more and more people are riding this, though. It's probably really cheap. 90 cents. While we wait, let's see, we can put that there. Yeah, I think we got TV screens on nearly every queue line, so that's good. Refurbish. Now you're open. Okay. Actually, did I put that in the right spot? Is that connected? It's not cutting something off, is it? No, okay, those guys go underground, that's right. Oh yeah, we could build coasters underground, but man, those are a pain. Those can be a pain to do. Okay, did we get that bumper cars? We did. Okay, so we can stick it right here. It kind of goes over something else. Is that over that? It is. It's up a little bit. We couldn't put an exit right there. That'd be too tall. But we could do that, have it go down. Okay. Okay, that won't work. Right, let's move the entrance. Oops, that should work. No? Okay, we'll just have it on the side right there then. Again, I don't really care too much. Oops, pathway. I don't really care too much about the length of the queue line anyways. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes though, working on a hillside like that just it's kind of difficult. Alright, did we pay off all of our loan? We did, okay. That is all done. Still researching gentle rides. It's probably just things for like different train cars for like the ghost train or monocycles or whatever, those kind of not very exciting. Car ride maybe. These ones aren't very exciting. Okay. Running out of cash is still kind of a high number, but I was hoping that we'd go down a bit. How much are some of these rides? This coaster here, how much is that? $2. $2. Two. Okay, everything is really pretty inexpensive. Oh, there's more like space kind of back here in weird little spots. It's kind of hard to get to though. It's a little wonky. I mean, I could get to it fairly easily from one of these lower pathways. Here's a narrow section here. We've built so many rides already. I just don't know. We've got 31 rides, and we've got a lot of them are coasters. So they should be bringing in a lot of people. Our guest number, we got a little arrow up, so that's good. It's still increasing. We still need about 225 guests. Oof, in 2 months. I think we need to resort to some marketing here before it gets too late. I thought we were going to be so close. Alright, well, we've got marketing going. I really hate having to dip into that. We'll still keep working on stuff. There's probably something we could do here. Is there something else narrow? I want to do another one of these. Could do another one of these coasters. We need some more cash. Okay. Gotta wait out the clock here. Just want more people in the park. Yeah, those the ad campaigns are definitely helping. I mean, you can see we're already only about 150 guests away. We got a month and a half. And it's about to turn to sunshine. It's a warm day. So that will get people back on the rides. People generally don't like riding. They don't like riding rides if in the rain, if it's not a covered ride, quote unquote. A covered ride is one that's like literally covered in some way, about 70% of it, 60 to 70%, if I remember correctly. So, like these coasters, they're wide open. But like bumper cars, they had kind of a roof thing to it, so that's fully covered. You can put some different decoration pieces. There's a lot of building type blocks and things you can place, and by using those, you can place them over certain rides to make it a covered ride if you cover enough of it, and then people will continue to ride it even when it's raining, and not because you'll see the people's thoughts. They'll be like, I don't want to ride this when it's raining, so you can kind of get away from that that issue. Okay, we'll get another. Fortunately, it's literally the same kind of coaster, but we'll see if that helps. I don't know if it will or not, technically, but wow, we lost a lot of cash. It's payday, apparently. Payday for the employees and for the utilities company. Okay. Back in the black there, good. Gotta go straight down. Okay, so how are we going to connect? I guess I could flatten this out, huh? do something like that. I don't know. It looks kind of tacky. I don't like it, but whatever. Gotta get this to connect somehow, huh? Okay. I don't know if people are caring about this as much. Okay, we got our 1600. Still don't feel good about it. Let's see, can we still build something like this over here? Can't raise it up, huh? Man, alright, okay, we need some more cash. Our bathroom over here, we have the door kind of closed a little bit because we have the fan on. So we're washing a rug. We're trying to dry it out. And Cheddar's curiosity got the best of him, and he had to push the door open to go check out and see what it is. He doesn't care. He never goes in there by himself. But if there's a door closed, that's when you'll catch the curiosity of a cat. That's for sure. Okay. Okay, there's that. Can I, like, see through here a little bit? That fills in that space. Good to go. Oops, not that. We can try to get some pathways designated here a little bit. Are there any other troublesome spots? Maybe over here as well a little bit. Oh, I see. That's yeah, we can give you over here. We'll fix the other one though. For the person that's out front. Is that Alma? Yeah. Okay. So it's looking good. We're up to 17, almost 1,800. All right. Well, we're getting more people. That's good. This is one packed park. Huh? I want to go on something more thrilling, but a lot of people like it. 20 cents. I mean, that's almost the best 20 cents you can spend right there. Do you know the carousel? I don't think that many, well, I was about to say, I don't think that many people want to ride the carousel, but maybe they do. At least wait 20 seconds, because there's no queue line. They literally just walk up and go right in. I guess it would be kind of interesting to see if we didn't use the marketing, how close would we be? Is that done yet? Yeah. Oh no, there's a little left. It's a random middle space there. I don't know how much we could do with that. It's not a lot of small enough things for this. Cheddar, you always have to... Hey, you always have to scratch the weirdest spots. Right on the edge of something. Okay, there's not really much of anything skinny to fit in these little narrow spots. And I've already done this one mouse coaster here. I don't really want to do it again. I don't think that'll help. Could release the lawnmower brigade. The game of all kinds. He wanted to be a part of that, so let's get him going. Kathy, you are now part of the lawnmower brigade. Lily, you as well. Katie. A lot of women. a lot of female names here. Okay. So we got some space over here. Of course, we can always hire some more. We're doing pretty good with our cash now. Where did that one guy go? Oh, he's up there. I was like, where did he run off to? I put him in the middle, and then he decided to run off and do a different spot. Let's get... Oh. There we go. Okay, cool. We made it. Getter decided to investigate what the door was. He just pushed the door wide open. Alright. We made it! Good job, everybody. One more scenario completed. Alright. Very cool. Alright, well. Good. Well, since we're here, let's guess we can try to get some more people mowing lawns here. Just for fun. Funny that I guess you can take away all of their duties. It's like, if you do that, do they just walk around? Do they just aimlessly do nothing? You just pay them to just walk? Okay, well, we got a lot of people mowing grass here. Oh, he's back on a pathway. We gotta find. It's the thing. If they finish mowing where they are, they just get on a pathway, and then they stop working. So gotta make sure you. Oh, he looks like he's kind of stuck. Gotta make sure that you keep them in line here, or else they'll stop working. Gotta have a good-looking park. Alright, where do we want thumbnail? Maybe something like this? Hey, Jitter. Just come over here, yell at me, turn around and walk away. Thank you. Yeah, this looks like a decent spot. All right. This green shot. All right. Well, I do have to get up for a dentist appointment in the morning, so I'm not thinking of staying up any later than I have to. So I think we will call it here. So let's see who we can raid out to. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate, especially how early on. Thank you everyone for being here. And let me get a couple more shout-outs going. Got Solely Switch. We got Just the Mess. Who else? We had, who else we have come through before? There's people that I know that stream. As far back as I can see. Oh, Bob. Bob was here earlier too. Alright. If you're looking for some more good Christian streamers, please go check my friends out here. They do an awesome job and a lot of fun. So please go check them out. Give them a follow if you have not. Let's see. Alright, let's find... I don't know who's still on. Not too many. Usually it's like the same few people whenever I get off here. Let's see. Okay. We got. I think maybe we'll raid over to Tula's again. Playing Plants vs Zombies. That's fun. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go ahead and raid there. Oh, we got some people on Rumble too. You must be. You guys are awfully quiet. Let's see who we can raid out on Rumble. I'm not usually expecting people to be here on Rumble, so let's go over and just raid over to same channel, just on Rumble. Two Lids raid or plays together with Euphonia Studio, so we'll actually, no, Joe. We haven't raided Joke 65 yet. He's playing. Oh, he's near the end. Let's go ahead. We'll raid to him on Rumble. He's raided us once. It would be good to raid to him. So let's do that. Okay. I'll return the favor. And make sure I get that spelled right. Yes. Okay, let's get that raid going and get this raid going. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you for the raid from Pyro Beastman. And everyone hanging out. I appreciate that. Have a great rest of your night. Let's see. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I don't know. I might be playing something. We'll see. I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow night. We'll see. Just keep your notifications on. And otherwise, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. It's hard. Wednesdays and Thursdays are hit or miss. So let's go ahead and get the raid going. Have a great night. Those of you on Rumble will head over to Joke65, and those of you on Twitch, we're going to Tulis. So have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys later. God bless. See you guys.